Hey yo, just so your bookie don't overlook me, I still rock a show with rookies, the flow is cookies. Dipped in milk, Spider-Man dipped in silk. I gangsta lane and lifted till. Sitting mic check, H deuce. See the 7 deuce, Monte Carlo? Yeah, that's the Grey Goose. Right hand, your hype man. Why the crew Bogart, your bodyguard? We so hard, Yakuzali, your body scarred. Stin shooter, Glock user, rockin' pop music. See the Mac flow over ya, the gap blow. Joe, you see so many arms, you get arachnophobia. The black foe, shut shit like the lacto. Normally laid back, but he on the attack. It's the chic answer, Diop or hip hop. The rhyme in Van Sertima, Lockjaw, Ursa Ma'at, Ross, and Tepin Ra. The planned murderer of land burglars. It's the first stellar people. Nigga, we the best. Rome next to the Olmecs. Who told the secrets to the Masons? Rock ride my pineal with no apron to Hootie scriptures. Rappers trying to be trappers, but we truly vicious, wild and unruly with it. Rap songs, animated Pixar, movie pictures on the utmostest. Rain like the third Tutmosis. My eyes, they can't deal with my style. With the tongue play, I place words in the beats. When it's heard in the streets, it's like audible feng shui. With tennis shoes hanging from electric wires. Corner store wallpaper, neglected flyers. And you expect the liars to rectify us. When cops come around, they petrify us. Emptiers won't deny us, pious. We only understand the heights of the highest. Who the most treacherous? Son, the flow effortless. Wonderful, wet tundra flow. The essence is excellence. Drop bombs under your bungalow. Heavy flow, bro, don't get caught in the undertow. You got fans that'll be irresponsible. Most rappers know, so they fear the monster. Boy, wet, saturated, hydrated. I vibrated up out of my physical. A wizard to you pseudo-lyrical misfits. This is more than a band. These are signs and symbols of primordial man. Smashrock and Toe Ray, twice your lifespan. Can't deal with my style. With my style. They can't deal with my style. In Oakland the other day, 4 cops got wasted. I was spitting raps to race shit in the basement. I shine luminous, rhyme catalog numerous. The lunar solar, polar, mic controller. Not a Kabbalah follower. Crown chakra rocker, got to medicate, to elevate, and educate the featherweight. Y'all better wait for Casual next album, and if it don't drop, it levitate. The best flow, just so celestial. Boy, I spit helium. If you don't know God, well, I'm the medium for meeting them. Full of game, still a pull a thing, gorilla killer aim. My raps float over tracks like the bullet train. I have to squeeze big lyrics in microphone. I need a macro phone. Your tour is like an Apple phone. 16 gigs for 3 G's. You should have stayed back at home. You see the ancient storyteller said, give him a wow. In Oakland Hills, the owner of the golden skills. Fetch fire out of stones with the stroke of steel. Spit fire in the phones and the mic collects it. Once it hits the wire, the word's electric. Call it heat. You recognize the properties of fire. I shine the light that gave birth to desire. And through this, often sacrifice a rapper's life. The fake get trapped in the studio and tied to the stage. I'm an elementary element, eloquent vehiculum of the esteemed Elohim. I've been invited to the most gracious places. I've witnessed the greatness of various races. I learned to be evasive of evils that chase us. Identify my features in the Pharaoh's faces. Son of the creator, cause yes, I'm creative. Hold off evil spirits with the tongue of the native. The ancient storyteller said, give him a while. I got my legs crossed.
I mean King Tut. Quick to put them things up. My Nefertiti got a mean strut, respecting, perfecting, erect dream. So fuck, I care if your next clean. My clean be be the next thing. At best, it's still jesting. The X factor, the Excalibur, cultivate fact. I text tractor, get at ya. You and your sacrificial bastards pay homage cause you have to. Yeah, that's the legendary scripture. Mixture of the 5 elements and lyrically legit so you can get the picture. Hit ya, physically fit fixture. Articulate right by you settle. My level levitate like
It's the elements behind the fine dreams.
What I say make you turn on your high beams.
So never second guess.
Finesse is effortless.
Recline you with the rhyme kings. This is smash
Rhyme schemes, these the elements behind the fine dreams.
What I see make you turn on your high beams.
So never second guess.
Finesse is effortless.
Recline you with the rhyme kings.
This is smash moonshine.
I have you like casual, be tripping royal blue to the Republican National Convention. I'm a boss. No, that's my actual position. With chicks, I take my pick like I just got my natural condition. Mister, this your sister? It's the game that'll relax her so the click can twist her. But you are not your hair. My best girl used to rock the Johnson's S-curl, sex thorough, and my scuba gear was Sheryl. And I cracked the clam, that's the best pearl. Look at my oily hands, I'm royally grand. Put me over some heat and watch me bubble like the water in boiling pans. To foil your plans with my loyalist fans. And if you're ever looking for the man, a nigga better beat the street. I won't leave fingerprints on your freak, cause they be hard to find.
Cause I know how to hustle. Sexy on my back yelling the beat, cause I'm packing the muscle. Man, I'm trying to get the man all about winning. Cause I still get paid in the streets, never touching a bundle.
At the telly, we had at my partners. You at the deli, trench coated like Telly Savalas. Regardless if he spit it the hardest, I give it to artist. Your favorite be the dilly departed. I lyrically audit albums to make sure the math right. The chick from last night, she get some act right. Overseas, mommy please, appease her with a visa. Cheap skeezer, I just stepped out the deep freezer. I'm in the breeze for she's, grab my keys, finna leave with a dick teaser. Name for nation, Fifi get twerk. Hook their ass up on the G3 network. We X-work. Every now and then I hit the East Mont Mall. When them chickens scream, it sound like a peacock call. Called a beat shot for the speaker box. Back in the day, Teray used to beatbox, heat rocks. I wasn't selling tapes, I couldn't visit no street blocks. When everybody got Adidas, we got Reeboks. Your boy Dre know I should be on detox, cause I stay running through them trees like Ewoks. Check my profile, he thuggin' indeed. Look at him, loving his wig, make the government bleed. He on some other shit. Cousin gon' recover with speed and hover above him like angels. Your mother would love him, he's sick. I rhyme sick to move ya. He spit like he doing the Heimlich maneuver behind him. Please tell your crew you're audibly edible. Plus I got a fully automatic photostatic, better let it go. The thoughts even regrettable. Cheddar photo will leave heavy metal on the floor. Let them know I roll over the mountains like cannibals. Spirits they channel through to help me handle you. Get cream, supreme, esteem team. Lucid dreams got me bigger than the Nephilim. I said, get cream, supreme, esteem team. Lucid dreams got me bigger than the Nephilim.
Like that, like that, like that, like that. They like that, that's why they never fight back. Alright, cat, I'ma get them on the right track, and hopefully they take their life back.
I rap for real, now that's the deal. Lay back with a book, cook, relax and chill. Yeah, girl, I tickle you pink with rapping skills. It's like laying on daffodils in Chapel Hill. Super analytical, punish a poet pitiful, the rhyme pinnacle with no identicals. Soon as the radio waves touch my tentacles, they blast off, leaving trails of chemicals. Damn, they almost dirtied up my chemicals. The heat'll leave little holes in your dinner clothes. Get cream, supreme, esteem king. Plus I got these little girls to feed. Nah, man,
like that, like that, like that, like that. They like that, that's why they never fight back. Alright, cat, I'ma get them on the right track, and hopefully they take their life back. You like that, like that, you like that, like that. They like that, that's why they never fight back. Alright, cat, I'ma get them on the right track, and hopefully they take their life back.
You better believe we try to receive. I pass knowledge out music instead of degrees. Take you out like grammatical errors the editor sees. I ain't got no competitors, please. We can bet, we connect with the secret set. Overflow, leave your speakers wet, reeking sweat. Yeah, the crew dirty, been working since 2:30. Splifted, we graveyard shifted. Check your geometry, too many squares in your cipher. You the type to get wet diapers. We get cream, supreme, esteem team. Rhyme scheme to the triple beam. Nah, man,
like that, like that, you like that, like that. They like that, that's why they never fight back. Alright, cat, I'ma get them on the right track, and hopefully they take their life back. Like that, like that, you like that, like that. They like that, that's why they never fight back. Alright, cat, I'ma get them on the right track, and hopefully they take their life back. Like that, like that, you like that. They like that, that's why they never fight back. Alright, cat, I'ma get them on the right track, and hopefully they take their life back. Like that, like that, like that. That's why you never fight back. I'ma get you on the right track, and hopefully you take your life back. You know what I'm talking about?
Underground king of hip hop, best thing since Big Pop. Champion of the West Coast, you smash rock.
I'm a fan of hip hop.
Underground king of hip hop, the best thing since Big Pop. Champion of the West Coast, you smash rock. All the bosses just now if any of you pseudo MCs wanna doodle, we can scribble little riddles like these. I give it to you like I stole it from you, and I felt guilty. I've been in dirt ways high, that's why my belt guilty. I'm from the real estate, I should open up a realty. Lyrical land, California, from Oakland to the coast of Odessa. Nobody flow fresher than the profound professor. On the beat playground, I'm first pick, first sick. Make rappers get happy on some church shit. Cuz might spit it, could come tight with it. I'm not that far ahead, just one light minute. All you internet thugs is pitiful. Dude, you should do the Google Analytics. But I got your IP address. One phone call to get your ID. Nigga, they'll never identify me. Underground king of hip hop, the best thing since Big Pop. Champion of the West Coast to smash rock. All the bosses just come. I'm a fan of hip hop. Underground king of hip hop, the best thing since Big Pop. Champion of the West Coast to smash rock. All the bosses just come. I learned at an early stage to show no fear. You shine, but I get all up in your photosphere. Send light through your polo gear. And when the fools ask, niggas like I don't know player. Obese rhymes, I whip out a sumo verse. You wanna battle while you talking about you go first. Well, if I go first, archaeologists gon' have to find your verse down in the hollow earth. But I'm deeper, keep a thick chick kicking in like FIFA. Off nice reefer, might leave her. Go downstairs and hit the casino. Looking for Chino, jooking with C-notes, man. This Cookie's Magoo, and when God was the creator, tell me what did he do? I'm creative, innovative, in a state of advancement. Said it 15 years ago, I'm a fiend.
Hip-hop, underground king of hip-hop. The best thing since hip-hop. Champion of the West Coast of Smashrock. All the bosses just toast. I'm a fit in hip-hop. Underground king of hip-hop. The best thing since hip-hop. The champion of the West Coast of Smashrock. All the bosses just toast.
And all these mainstream rappers, I got over with most of them. Pick your top two, I'm doper than both of them. Don't lie, yo guys, don't fly, or I'll put this 4-5 up to your bow tie. I'm so high, I look down to see your sky. I'm so high, I'm right below the most high. Super supreme, trooper with cream. Tailway, shoot through, swooping the beam. As true as it seems, I'm doing my thing. You won't survive unless you make a coup with the king. Honestly, you ain't really trying to see when I'ma be riding on you comedy cats flowing phenomenally. The best thing for the West since Tupac and the Pony Express, your homie is fresh. I'm a fiend for hip hop like Nas was. I'm still one, the real one.
A fiend of hip hop. A fiend of hip hop.
Got the ladies get looser and sacred spit. Seducer, producer, you speak of MCs, half of them fear me. I step in African jewelry from Alpha Centauri. While you're rapping impurities, the nation is facing sterilization. But the polar bear can't stand the solar flare. And Rod greet him with the coldest stare like he hot. A towering inferno, yeah. At this altitude, dude, you can't burn up here. See your heat waves get trapped in the thermosphere. To confirm your internal fears, I ride off on the sound wave, popping your neck. All you hear is sonic booms or the Doppler effect. You rockin' correct, got some shit I can respect. You coming from the proper respect, we got to connect. Notice the symbolisms, but speak modest. Nike's on my feet, that's what I think about your Greek goddess. Regardless, elite artist, the speech flawless, the beat awesome. Make white folks and hype so safe. In the 6'7" Chevelle, 600 horses pushing the gauge, I never could tell. 90 degrees on the lapel, wearing it well. You're medieval like your concepts of heaven and hell. When the Messiah come back, let him rebel. They probably deny his word and put him in jail. That's why you see me at the range and trying to buy a gun rack. It's simple and plain, it's called mental games. It's like, what up, what up, what up? Like and share so we can get it popping, get the video out to more people. Like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. You know, I was just rocking that album directly off Bandcamp, like any of you can do if you want to ever. The joint I put out in 2011 called the Hierophant. So always feel free to just go bump and listen. It's on Spotify, everything. But how y'all doing this morning? What's up? Shout out to the people. Let me make sure my mic. Hold on, it look like my mic. Whoa, why would that be? Stop be crazy. Mic check 1 2. I be wanting my mic going into the red. Let me see something. All right, it's cool though. It's cool though. Y'all can hear me cool out there. Let me know if we got audio. Let me check the chat. And you know it's Monday morning, and so we do. First of all, somebody said, I hear a jewel in every 16. I appreciate that, the Hootie Mod. How my audio doing out there though? Is everything cool? It seemed like some compressor or something. It's on. That's kind of hella weird to me. I just got this little boo-boo little mix board up here, but you know, we're gonna discuss. Okay, great. They say loud and clear. We're gonna discuss some music business, street festivals, the bureaucracy to throw in a street festival, and how these things really go down. So this is just, I'm just looking at my levels, and normally my level goes up way high on this thing, and now it's not going up that high, so it's cool. And so, and also talk about crypto, a few projects, the music business, whatever. But it's really just my dealings, my everyday dealings on a Monday morning. You know what I mean? Get things done early, if that's how the world is rocking. So I'm just looking over the Hierophant's NFT project that we were selling for Beats tokens. We're about to switch up and start selling them for BNB, which will be advantageous to the people who already got some of these Hierophants. But I want to get in on a few things. And I'm not even going to go to the Hiero Day website. Actually, what I want to do is go to, I just want to Google Hiero Day, which is a street festival. Hiero Day is a street festival in Oakland, California. We started in 2011. And since we started this festival, it's grown to be like, you know, one of the prominent, well, really what happened, and to keep it real, is we had the city of Oakland commemorate our band, and they gave us a day in Oakland, California, a holiday, 9/3, or September the 3rd, in Oakland, California, is considered Hiero Day. And so, business-wise, we'll discuss a little bit of how we actually brought that to fruition and made it happen. There's a few things you gotta do, few people you gotta talk to, a few friends you gotta make, and it's funds you have to raise if you want to ever get into throwing street festivals. If I was to do a detailed course on street festivals, I would definitely be able to provide anyone with all of the steps that you have to take in order to get to, you know, you blocking down a certain area of the city and throwing a party. So this was our ambition early on with Hiero Day. And as you can see here, if I just click images, I'm pretty sure people are familiar with this. But if I just click images and we're on Hiero Day, you'll see a ton of images that represent what we pulled off. So here you can see at KQED, which ain't no punk. KQED is a nice station. I don't know if that's a West Coast station, but here they are covering our event. I don't know why they got this on here, April 11th, 2022. Ain't that today? Oh, okay. Well, for the win, they got today, so that's funny. But yeah, this is like one of the first Hiero Days we threw in Oakland, and we'll just discuss a little bit of how to make that happen. And besides all the things that we already know about booking artists, insurance, getting the police to be down with it, and the majority of getting city approvals, sign-offs, and all of that stuff, we're going to go into that a bit. So I'm about to, actually, what I'm going to do is, wish I had an open document, but I also want to see the chat if anybody's around. Cool. And so, really, the first, primarily when you want, and then we're going to talk about crypto and some other stuff. But primarily when it comes down to the street festivals, and we're on High Road Day, and I'm going to just keep scrolling through the pictures as we talk. You're taking on a lot of liability. That's one of the first things that, there I go. You know what I'm saying? When was this? This was a different High Road Day. I guess this was 2019. It feel like. And really, some of the first things that the most important things is the liability that you're going to incur when trying to round up 20,000 people in a city and getting them to come out to see you. Liability is a big thing. And so I was looking nice in that photo, you know what I'm saying? The Magi always look nice though, you know what I'm saying? Because that's part of what we do. Ask the Egyptians. They always was like, Magi be fly. But this is actually visitoakland.com, the website you're seeing, so you can see how our event has become. And you see they actually put the we are all the founders, but they got me on here on visitoakland.com, which is this is a city website. This isn't this isn't boo-boo. This is like the real city of Oakland's website. And so this event has been fully endorsed by our city for a number of reasons, and we'll talk about why. Really how you get into the community, gain your community support, and get to a point where, you know what I mean, you got it like that. So let's go in. And I'll use Oakland as a template, but every city got these same old rules, basically, or a different version of the same rules. And so, the first thing, again, when considering discussing the liability, you're going to have to pick a section in your city that you want to block off, or in any city that you want to block off, that you would assume you can get the businesses in that area to sign off on your use of the street. Meaning you can't just close down the street if the businesses don't approve. That's going to be step one. You can't just get this closed down if you're not in type of conjunction or partnership. So what we did every year, is we just look at the map of Oakland, pick an area, and do footwork and literally walk into each business within our festival grid, establish a relationship with that business. We probably do it like almost a year in advance. At the least, we'd be doing it like 6 months in advance. But again, we're going to contact all the businesses that are inside of your grid. And your grid is the area that you outlined to have your event. You're going to get signatures. Once you develop your relationship with these businesses, you're going to get signatures from the owners of the business that say they want your event, or they will allow you to host your event on the said day, and that your event will not obstruct their business, but your event will bring more business to their business. That's kind of how you want to get that set off, get that popping off. And remember, these are sign-offs from all of the businesses within your grid.
And you can take this template to any type of event. You could be throwing a conscious event. It could be anything, but there are certain things we got to do. Again, so now you got your sign-offs for your event. You're going to have to obviously do a grid layout. Your grid layout has to make sense with your city rules, and you want to make sure you learn these rules by dealing with your fire department before you start dealing with the police. You always want to start dealing with the fire department protocol before you start to dealing with the police, because the police going to stand like the overseers to tell you whether you can do the event or not. And if you got all your protocol lined up in a row, and they can see that you must have been dealing with the fire department because you got your safety plan written out, and your grid, the layout in your grid is exactly what is required by the fire department, then you're going to be closer to getting your event qualified than another person who don't know this type of stuff. And so what we're discussing here is how much space. Basically, a fire truck got to be able to get through everywhere. You're going to look through your city's what they require, but what it's going to boil down to is you're going to need 20 feet of space to be able to traverse throughout the whole event. 20 feet of space. I also, let me start by telling you, everything I do, I start with no money, bro. Everything you see in all of these pictures, I am never the one. I don't like people like that. If I start to talk about business, something we're going to pull off, and someone's over concerned with the money, like, I don't care if I say it's going to cost $250,000, $500,000, or $1 million. I don't want to be planning nothing with a person who's going to sit around and be like, we don't got that type of money. Because I never have that type of money when executing. I'm a businessman and I'm an executor. I get it done. I'm not about to sit around thinking about what's going to stop me from doing it. That's not business. You're going to keep conducting the business and the money's going to appear. All right? Just know that for a fact. And if you don't, then it's a failure. But if you're diligent and you're a businessman, and when you look people in their eyes, they can see what you're about, the money is going to appear. So don't be sitting back like inspired by some of the things I say and then be trying to held back like, but I ain't got the money. I didn't have the motherfucking money for that stage I'm standing on, them speakers that's right there, none of that. You build the money. The money is in the value of your thoughts. It's not money. Money represents value. Money ain't just a thing by itself. It has no worth on just a piece of paper. So don't be discouraged thinking, oh, you talking about something that the average person can't really pull off. That is not true. When we start planning ideas like this, we start with zero budget. All right, and now when it comes time to execute it, each one of these events has cost over $250,000. And we executed them all. And so, again, I'm just saying, because what happens is this. First, you get all the support of the businesses in the area. You got all the support in the businesses in the area. Now you start to map out a safe plan with the fire department. You got that safe plan with the fire department. Now within your grid is going to be bathrooms, can't be too close to the food and all that stuff. You got to have a certain amount of bathrooms, every amount of feet, all this type of stuff. You got that worked out. You still don't need the money yet. You get into the point where you have approvals. And what you can do is take approvals to sponsors. All right. We could talk about that other ways on how to do that. You write yourself a sponsorship deck that represent the approvals that you just gained. So if they say, okay, yeah, you can throw this event on September 5th this year in downtown Oakland. You write that into, now you got that down. Now you start to write what different levels of sponsorship people could come in on your event. You sell space at a street festival. Every 10 feet is worth $400 to $500. If you're gonna bring out the people, you should remember shit like this. That when you map out a grid of a street festival, every 10 feet of that street festival should represent $500, damn near to $1,000 if you think about both sides of the street. If you got a real music festival, it's because you're going to sell vending space to vendors. This is how you start to raise the money, okay? Now, the bigger the grid you could get, the more vending space you have for vendors. I'm bringing out 20,000 people. I'm bringing out 15,000 of people. You can't sell nothing at my event for under $500 a pop. I did that for a couple years, and every vendor was happy. Everybody was selling out. People was like, all the food vendors would sell out, and we was trying to get at least, as many vendors as we could get in there. And so that's something you're going to consider, that once you get the approval for having the space, money's going to automatically generate, because if you're going to have a mechanism that brings the people, it could even be free. That way you guarantee the people come. Our first few events were free to guarantee that the people come. But to sell things to people in that space, you had to pay us a certain amount of money. This allowed us money to pay the artist who was performing, who brought the people in the first place. And so think about that for a minute. You line both sides of the street with vending booths, and you selling the space for your vending booths. Obviously, any of this could be done by anybody interested or watching. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to booking artists, depending on what level you're doing it on, you could book enough artists for a one-stage street festival from 11 a.m. to 7 a.m. I mean, just think about that. You really only need like 8 acts. You could have more acts than that, but you really need only 7 or 8 on one stage. We did a 3-stage music festival, and in the beginning, even the stage build-outs were donated to us. All right? In the beginning, the stage build-outs were donated to us. And so, like I was showing you here on Visit Oakland's website, they have our event as one of the key events in Oakland, California. All right, and you see all the way, this was just the one we did in 2021. So if I show you other thing on the Visit Oakland website, like this is real, this is Oakland's website. This isn't my website. Just to let you know that, you could indeed get whatever you're doing endorsed by your city. So you're going to go over, you're dealing with the fire department. You done got your signature sign-offs, right? You done learn what the fire department want before you ever lay out your grid, so that you know your grid is tight. You then went and talked to either the special events coordinator at the fire department, not the police yet, and you set up a meeting with him to make sure he looked over your stuff before you even called him out there. You do that because the fire department works for the city. They got to meet with you. So now you met with the fireman marshal, and he said this grid looks cool, way before you even took it to the police. You're going to have to contact someone who does event insurance. And this is going to be a big thing. You might wind up spending like 5 to 10 racks. This will be one of your biggest expenses, unless you can figure out a way to insure the event for cheaper. But everything else, event insurance, you're going to want to have that all in order before you step to your special or lined up You don't want to have it paid. You just want to have an invoice for how much you're going to pay for your insurance. Then you're going to, the last thing they're going to want you to have is your security in place. And in Oakland, it's like, I think you need like 1 guard per 75 people. So you got 7,500 people at an event, you need 100 guards. In your city, you're going to find out how that works. So if you say, okay, I'm planning an event, I'm only supposed to have 1,000 people there. Let's just make it easy, because I don't want to say, or say you're going to have 750 people there. If you need 1 guard, then you probably, they wouldn't require you had hella guards. You only need 10 guards to be there. You see what I'm saying? And so, and these are all your expenses. Right now, at the point that I've just talked to, you almost got an event. You just don't got a stage and the speakers and all of that. And all that could be worked out. But again, you got to realize you don't need the stage and the speakers before you talk to the talent that's going to bring in the ticket sales, right? You know what I'm saying? So look, like, you don't need the stage and the speakers to the day of the event. But so you want to talk to companies, but you don't want that as big a priority as booking your talent. Because when you book your talent, or even if you got some rapper homeboys or whoever you book, is going to start the ticket sales. You see what I'm saying? It's going to start rolling in the ticket sales, and that way some money will materialize. But you don't want to you never want to depend on ticket sales to do shit like covering your artist. So what you really do is, once you got your whole event package all together, you now can start to sell the event to the community, not to tickets. You start to let people get in on your event for putting together a certain portion. So your key sponsor will be able to get what? They logo on the main stage type stuff. And you're starting to bring in funds before the event actually happens in order to do what? To make it pop. I'm just giving a brief synopsis on it. But in any city, you can shut down the street because all of this stuff is public. So let me show you how you do it. Let me see. Any city is filming, what's it called? I'm just going to type in filming street closure. Right? Lane closures in downtown, wherever. This is someplace else. Film LA. So let's just take this festival to LA. Right now, I started with filming street closures. When you look into the reasons why you can get streets closed, the majority of it is for filming. But when you get into that section of how to pull off a street closure, they're going to show you how to do it for events that are not filming. So I'm looking up filming street closures, Oakland. See, film office rates. So you're going to have your film office rate. This is also just how you be a boss if you just want to be a boss one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how my brain be working. Like, you know what I'm saying? You contact the film rates office, tell them somebody street, I don't care who street it is, you about to film a video on a day, and these rates are so cheap. You wouldn't believe it. So the film, I mean, not everywhere are they that cheap. But Oakland film office rates for film permits, film shooting parks, city services, city locations for filming. If you want to do a feature, the rate per day is $216. Television, look, a music video is $108. There you have it. So now you can get a whole street blocked off I mean, we switching off over from music festivals, but I'm just showing you, you could get a whole street blocked off to film a music video for $108. People didn't know that, right? In Oakland. For a short subject, if it ain't gonna take all that, you could do $54. And if it's a student project, you could get the fee waived. Or a public service announcement, you're getting the fee waived. Now, these are the other things you're going to need. A fire permit, and it depends on your project. Police services, and this is where they kill you right here. But you're not going to, for what we're doing, basically police services run the price up hella high. They say you got a 5-hour, 2-officer minimum. So that's like a couple racks, right? Or almost, like a rack, maybe 1,500 or something. City Hall engineers, you're not going to need that every time. That's only when you're at City Hall. And a security guard for after hours. So we just looking, they showing you what you have to do in Oakland at least, to block off a street for music videos, filming, television. Now they have not got to special events because there's a different section in Oakland, but these prices are the same. So let's look at this. If I wanted to film a music video, now this is being clever. Filming a video can be of anything. So basically my music video set is a party. So that means I could throw a party in City Hall because it's the set of my music video. Nothing to stop that. You just have to know what you're doing and how to get around things. So I paid $108 to get a film permit for City Hall. I paid for 2 officers to be there for 5 hours. I even paid for a City Hall engineer, only $100 an hour. I only want him there for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I got a 2 security guards at $35 an hour. You already got 2 police, so ain't nobody doing nothing. The fire permit is not going to be much. Those be like $300, $200. And firefighter services you won't need. You're going to have to pay a fire marshal to come out on the day of the event in the morning, and that's it. So look at this. This is Oakland we're going over. City Hall, $1,000. So why cats be so busters and bootsy and don't be doing no fly shit? Like we be doing crummy ass shit. If you can rent out City Hall in your city for $1,000, why rent a club or something? You know what I'm saying? Like I will throw a mixer in City Hall, have my film people there filming it, and you got that footage. City Hall Plaza exterior, where we threw our last Hiero Day. Just so you know, the rate, $1,000. But they're talking about filming rates. Don't get it twisted. It's the same thing. It's probably going to be cheaper. If you do an event there, they won't charge you the filming rate, and they'll defer the money over to the police. Now, city parks. You can shut down any park in the city. I can shut down Lake Merritt. You just got to know how to move like that. If you contact city parks and tell them you're doing a big... If you was Danny DeVito talking about I'm doing a movie at Lake Merritt, can't nobody come walking through your movie. So it's the same thing. You just got to know how to do it. City center, private property, no city-owned rates, blah, blah, blah. We're basically just showing how to do things. And so now they're discussing the filming, but trust me, in Oakland, you're going to take everything that you put together to someone's called the special events coordinator. In Oakland, the special events coordinator is a police officer. All right. So here we go right here. So you got to make sure that officer, what's his name? And I ain't saying no names or nothing, but you got to make sure officer, what's his name, approves your event. Everything that you put together on paper about how the event will transpire should be approved by the special events coordinator in Oakland. And here I am trying to click on Oakland. So this is the protocol you go through. Here's your special event application, special event prerequisite form. So these are the things that are pre-required by the city of Oakland to throw an event like Hiero Day. Insurance coverage, I just told you the majority of these because I know them by heart. Insurance coverage required. You don't actually have to have paid for the insurance coverage, but you have to have, and you just get 30 days to get this. So you can pull off your event in 30 days. But you need to have insurance coverage with the city of Oakland specially assured. If tickets are to be sold for the event, a city of Oakland's business license is required. We're not a nonprofit. All of the stuff is written on here, and I'm not going to be too long-winded with that because I want to get over to some talks about some crypto too, because this ain't going to be the longest video in the world. But it's definitely pushing people in the direction to say, okay, man, let me stop acting like I can't make money out the thin air, bro. Oh, here's another thing, and this is key. You want to talk to alcohol, tobacco, and firearms and get a one-day alcohol sales permit so that you can make money out of your event. Because the money is going to be, bottom line, if you sell soft liquor, like just sell beers, you're going to cake up. You're going to stupid cake up. Beers and wine, you don't want nothing hard, but you want beers at an outside street event. And this will be enough money damn near to do everything. And I can even tell you how to get liquor distributors to get in on your event, and you won't even have to pay for the liquor up front because you smart and you contacted a distributor who just sitting around with barrels of liquors in their warehouse waiting to sell it. So this is how we bust moves. You see what I'm saying? And they telling you everything to have for dances, concerts, and shows in your particular city. All the way down to everything. See what I mean? It's your state board of equalization permit. You need a health permit because you're going to be vending food. All this stuff is easy. And you can basically just hire one person and give them this piece of paper and say, look, this is your job. I need you to get everything on this list. All right? So, again, that should help anyone who, I keep putting this picture of me up there. That should help anyone who is moving in that direction to, get a foot in the right direction. And then if you want to, if you're thinking about raising funding, you're going to want to start going into writing sponsorship decks, but that's a whole nother thing. And I don't want to do this stream for too much longer than an hour, so I'm about to switch it up a little bit. Because everybody, when we discussing crypto and stuff, see, I've been in the crypto space for, first of all, I'm so not turned on by how the market has been moving lately. Crypto didn't move under 2 trillion again. It just be crazy. Like whenever you try to bust a move or something, the market be acting crazy. And so crypto is under 2 trillion again. Bitcoin is at 40,000 right now. It's about to go under, bruh. Like it's about to go hit 39 or something again. It don't matter because it's just an up and down thing, and I'm not really tripping off price action. But as you see, we lost 10% on Bitcoin in the last 7 days. And so the coin I'm dealing with, its trading pair is BNB. So when BNB goes down, obviously it pulls down the price of any token that has a trading pair with BNB that doesn't have its own price action at the moment. And so Hiero Coin has very little price action at the moment. We're still in the elementary stages of getting people to learn about the project. And so you can just basically know that if BNB go down 8.6%, then any coin with a trading pair tied to BNB also incurs this downturn. 8.6%. 81% or whatever in the last 7 days. But that ain't nothing. I wanted to more or less talk about how you see these people just popping up with new cryptos every day, right? There's ways that you can just use widgets to make a crypto, but for what? It's not like that. You don't, I mean, first of all, in the future, I think every small business is going to have their own reward system, their own public ledger, and their own way to, you know, distribute rewards or what have you. And you can, crypto is very good for that. But how is there 18,000 cryptos right now and they're just popping up by the day? Is because at this point in time, it's not that hard to do. When I've invested almost, I wouldn't want to say 100 racks, close to 100 racks though, in learning and getting to this protocol, because I've been in this since, I've been building this one since like 2012, 2013. And so seeing that it's 2020, that's only like 10 G's a year. If you've been building something for 10 years and you put 10 G's into it every year, you got about 100 racks. If I look at it like that, yeah, I'm well past 100 racks and putting into learning crypto. But now the thing about it is technology moves so fast that today you don't need everything that, I built blockchains that just got outdated because technology was moving so fast. You put 25 racks or you pay somebody whatever to build a blockchain back when there was no technology on this. And as soon as it's built, everybody switches over from the protocol you use in mining to proof of stake. So now mining, the blockchain you build is outdated. You feel what I'm saying? And you keep on encountering this working in the crypto space until the technology, I don't want to say slows down, but when it gets so pristine that you don't really need to worry about the newer advancements. After Ethereum came out, which made it so anyone can make their coin on top of Ethereum, no one needed their own blockchain no more. So all investments that you made into having your own blockchain was just now a learning experience. Somebody want to make a coin right now, you could damn near make them for not free, because everybody goes, I can show you how to make it for free right now. We can make a coin before the end of this video. That's not the problem. It wouldn't even take the majority of the duration of this video. I could spin a coin on any blockchain in under 5 minutes. That's not what it's all about. That's just a simple learning process that any of us could do. They got stuff like this, like cointool.app, right? That people are using to make their projects, but I'm just going to tell you, you don't really want to use one of these. If you're a super novice and you're just doing a small little club and you want to, you want a token to go with whatever project you're doing, it wouldn't be too bad to go to something like this. Look, I click create token over here. I'm clicking the Binance Smart Chain. Now it's going to tell you what's the name of your token, but this is not how I do it. Let's just call this Amin Ra Squad, Amin Ra Squad memberships, BRSHIPS. This is going to be a token, not an NFT, and I'm not about to make it. Now I call this ARS. That stands for Amin Ra Squad. The initial supply I could choose. I'm only going to make it be a little. 10,000, and I don't want 18 decimals on the Amin Ra Squad token. In fact, I'm going to put 2 decimal places. That means it can't break down that far. They can only go down to the 10th place, I think, or the 100th place, or whatever. Now, this is just using CoinTool. This is a D app that'll spin up a token for anybody who wants to have a token. Now, here go to advanced settings, create the owner, or anyway, if I put my address here, it's going to make me the creator or the owner of this token, so that if I have to go through any type of protocol, everybody will know I'm here. But let me show you what you can do on CoinTool. You can set your token to be burnable. You can set your token to be mintable. All right, let me explain these things. Burnable means any owner can burn their own holdings and take them out of the supply. Mintable means you can make more tokens. People don't like mintable tokens, but you need them in some instances. Can pause. People really hate this, and if you have a coin that can be paused, it must be for a private company or something. Because if you have something that's trading and there's a man who can stop all the activity with that coin by pressing pause, that's not a good instance. Blacklist. You want this. You can blacklist people from your coin so they can never hold it. You can blacklist particular wallets. All they're going to do is going to get another wallet. So I'll leave all of this. You can add deflation. Every transaction charges transaction tax and burns tokens. That deflationary mechanism is good. And you can also put super deflation. Every transaction charges transaction tax and burns tokens. Now, this is the amateur way. This is the noob way. Trust me, you fucking with me, you don't want to do this shit. But I'm showing you how an average person can just go make a token. So now let's look. I connect my wallet. I'm going to connect MetaMask. Let me see. So I just connected my wallet, and let me see something else. I probably want to. Now, create token. Let me see something. Because they're going to play me real quick. Profile. No, I want to. Oh, that's what that is. Hold on. All right. So again, we're looking at a token creation tool called CoinTool.app. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, y'all not seeing my screen no more? Y'all was never seeing my screen? Hold on, let me see something. I thought y'all was seeing what I was seeing, bro. Oh yeah, y'all was. What I did was I pulled it out of that browser. I wonder how can I put it back into that browser. All right, so I'm gonna just go to CoinTool again. So CoinTool is really good for people who ain't that serious. And I'm gonna tell you, some of the people spinning up cryptos, dude, on the block, they just doing this, bro. And people's like, ooh, this is something. No, you have to vet your projects and make sure that you are at a good project. And so I got lost in the CoinTool app. I was spinning up a coin. And hold on. Well, I mean, but you seen that, but that's not how we get down. You know why? Because the person who's really smart made this D app in order to make him some money. You see, spinning up a coin doesn't require all of the stuff. And so again, I'm gonna get back to YouTube token. I'm gonna call it YTT. The initial supply 10,000, and the decimals 2 places. I ain't tripping off advanced. Now look, I'm clicking create token, right? And it says, look, first of all, I ain't tripping. It's just telling me I got an insufficient balance. But if my balance was sufficient, it would simply be spinning up this token right now, and then it's going to deposit every one of those tokens into my wallet. Now, at that point, I got other things to do with them. If I want them to become tradable on a market, you got to take them to an automated market maker and provide liquidity for your trading pair, and it's tradable just like that in a hot second. But that's the kiddie shit. Like, I don't get down like that. We more or less deal with a repository of code. And let me show you something. A repository of blockchain code that has already been tested. And so this repository is called Open Zeppelin. The standard for secure blockchain applications. What Open Zeppelin does is provide developers with pre-audited code. The code has already been audited. They already know that it's not malfunctionable, and they won't place any code with defects or malfunction inside their repository. Therefore, if you're trying to build anything, you could come here and put copy and paste hella code together and build what you're trying to build. So let's, and I'm just going to show you, you actually don't want to be here. What you want is, see right here, it says products, contracts, a Solidity library of reusable and secure smart contracts. Or they got Defender, a platform to automate smart contract operation. Defender is really good. I'm looking for what's called a wizard. So I'm going to go into here. Yeah, so now we're going to start dealing with the code, the actual code to code a crypto token. It's not hard. I'm not a computer programmer, and I could do this shit just because I've been. If you could make a MySpace page back in the day when you had to copy the HTML, if you could do that, you could spin up a token on the blockchain without paying anyone. This will cost you like 10 cents to do, as opposed to the hundreds of thousands that some of us have invested to get to this point. You see? So what I'm at Open Zeppelin right now. For all of the people like me, you're going to go to the wizard. The wizard going to make it hella easy for you. Just like I showed you at CoinTool, where they charge you like $500 to $1,000 to spin up your token, and they're only using a widget. They're only using a wizard, just like, look, it's the same wizard. Token name, symbol, initial supply, decimals. Now, what's the difference between using something, a D app like CoinTool, or using Open Zeppelin? Open Zeppelin is only going to provide you with the code. And if you don't know how to deploy the code to the blockchain, they're not going to help you. So this developer just wrote an extra step in his protocol that actually deploys your token to whatever blockchain you want to deploy it on. So that's not worth it. You're going to be paying $500 to $1,000 to learn something you can learn in the next 5-10 minutes, even with me. And so now we're over at Open Zeppelin, the free repository that still has a wizard. So this is what I'm saying. For DAOs, we're building a DAO, a real DAO. I got some of the best people working on that as far as I'm concerned. It's not like this, nothing I could have just spun up in a second. But what I'm saying is a governor is a DAO. So you could come to Open Zeppelin and write the code for your own decentralized autonomous organization right here by using their wizard. Because my governor is, let's say, Hiero, Hierodao. Now the voting delay. Delay since proposals is created until voting starts. So there's a delay on this, that meaning one block equals 13 seconds. So after you make your proposal, the voting delay is one block before it goes live. If I was making this DAO, I would say at least 10 blocks, right? That's the voting delay. That's just like making it 130 seconds. So 2 minutes 2 minutes after you put up that proposal, it goes live. Now, the voting period is the length of period during which people can cast their vote. We're going to say it's 2 weeks per proposal. The proposal threshold, this is actually how much of the token you have to make a vote. So it says minimum number of votes an account must have to create a proposal. It says minimum number of votes an account must have. What they really mean is coins, but they just talking in a particular language. So say this person gotta have 50,000 bar, which is like $500 in order to, it was like $500 in order to vote. Now a quorum right here, they're going by percentage. You want the quorum to be 51%. Token decimals, you don't want hella decimals on your governance token, right? Because that means they can divide it and give it away. So I'm going to put 0. No decimals. If it's one token, then look, token amounts above will be extended with this number of zeros. You see? So this token amount would have been extended with this amount of zeros if I would have placed decimals behind it. That means they would have put a decimal right here and then put 18 zeros. That means it would have been hella divisible. If you put token decimal 0, then they can't divide it. I mean, they can only give 1 units of 1. It's 50,000. They can't give you a third of 1 or a fourth of 1 because you didn't put any decimal places. Now you can have updatable settings, which allow governance to update your voting set. I'm going to show you how to do this. I might just deploy this shit right now just to show you that we ain't no noodles. All right. Allow governance to update voting settings. This means you want this clickable because you want to be able to come back and change the quorum, say to 90 or something, depending on how your things are going. The votes. Represent voting power with a votes-enabled ERC20 token. Voters can entrust their voting power to delegate. Or you're going to do represent voting power with a voting-enabled ERC 721 token. Voters. Now, a 721 token is an NFT. So if you want people to be able to vote for having an NFT, you're going to click ERC 720. If you want people to vote for holding a crypto, you're going to click ERC 20, not ERC 721. And comp light is similar to ERC 20 vote, but based on a comp token or a ERC 20 votes comp. I'm going to put, let's just make this one NFT based. Now here's the security contract info, where people can contact you to report security issues, blah, blah, blah. Now, what they just did over here was wrote the code. This wizard just wrote the code for everything I clicked in the drop-down box. This code is already audited by Open Zeppelin. I had to spend like $5,000 to get my token audited because of the way that it was built. I didn't know about all of this stuff, and some of these things are newer technology. So you saving like $5,000 just by writing your DAO in Open Zeppelin. Now suppose I wanted to deploy this smart contract that I have right here to the blockchain. That's a whole nother thing. But it's going to go like this. Look, I could do it. I'll show you. You open this in Remix. All right. So now we're opening the code we just read in a, basically something that's going to allow us to deploy it to the blockchain. I'm familiar with this already, so I don't have to go through all of this. What I'm going to do is move where I am so y'all can see what y'all need to see. So I need to move the webcam a bit. I'm going to move it down to over here. and go like this. So now we dealing with code, and we showing you the shit. You could take this video and charge people hella money to make them a crypto, yo. Like, you could just be like, I'm the DAO man, I'm the crypto man. You feel me? But you only gonna be limited to elementary ass shit. But let's just trip. We just opened it up in the Remix. Remix is how you deploy code to the blockchain. Period. Whichever blockchain you want to deploy it to, you got to know what you're doing. All right? And so I'm about to show you that, how we going to deploy this shit. So over here, when I click on this one, it's giving me the contract that I just wrote. I got the smart contract under workspaces over here. It is this contract called contract DD97B, blah, blah, blah. And it has a .sol file. That means it's a Solidity file. Solidity is the language of crypto. All right. So look, now I'm in. This is the. Let me make sure I'm right. I'm going to switch over to the compiler, because this is already written. But remember, I just came from Open Zeppelin and I clicked open in Remix after I wrote the DAO to be how I want it to be. I clicked open in Remix. It opened it in Remix and it's preparing me to deploy it. But I have not compiled the smart contract yet. So that's what we're going to do first. And it's very simple. We're going to go to the Solidity compiler here. And this is where you want to do certain things. Now, the compiler you're going to want to use is going to be the most recent version often. And they said the latest local version is version 087, which I think I'm already using. So I'm on version 087, meaning we're using the latest version. The language we're using right here is Solidity. The EVM, now I leave it on default, but the EVM version, you can go to London, Istanbul, Constantinople, Byzantine. I leave this on default, and we're about, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, we're about to compile the smart contract. So it's going to take everything we put in here all and solidify it and do it. And I'm going to click this button. You see, I clicked it, and now we got it turning. It's turning, and it's compiling the smart contract. And in a minute, I'm going to have a compiled smart contract that I can share with you or deploy to the blockchain. I'm just letting it compile. It's taking a while for some reason, but I'm not even tripping. The following libraries are accessible. These type of libraries. All right. And so this compile, it's working to compile this right now. I don't remember this taking more than a few seconds before, but I think it might take like a minute or two. And let's see, once this is compiled, we're going to just deploy it, and then we're going to go look at it and see how it looks. I'm going to deploy it on a local. So let me show you something. This is something else you're going to need. See, it's compiled. It says invalid input sources specified. But I don't know if it's compiled or not then. Invalid input sources specified. What was the invalid input source? Let me see something. I'm going to see if it compiled it. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to the deployer now. And it says my environment is Java. The reason why I'm going to, even though I got an invalid input source specified and I don't see anything down here that makes me think it's compiled, sometimes it does it anyway. And so I'm going to show you how you go check. And then I'm going to come back and troubleshoot. And so I'm going to the deployer by clicking this over here. Where it says environment, this is what you want to do. You want a Web3 provider for your environment. You don't want JavaScript VM. You don't want Berlin, London. You want Web3 provider, right? Now it says external node requested to use. So it's basically telling me the Web3 provider is going to let me use my own local host. So it says to run remix on a local Git test node, use the command blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to run it on my local host. In order for you to have a local host, you're going to need another program called Ganache. But this ain't hard, so don't be discouraged. I'm about to pull the shit up. Look. G-A-N-A-C-S-H-E, I think. C-H-E. Ganache. All right, let me see. Ganache A-P-P. Shit, yeah, it's Truffle. Okay, it's called Truffle Suite, right? But you're going to need to download Ganache out of the Truffle Suite. Dude, don't get discouraged. If you think you like this shit, do this shit. Don't hear me say you need something else and be like, oh, see, now it's getting too hard. No, it's just another app, and it's stupid easy. It's not even hard at all. Ganache is going to provide you with a work environment on your own computer to do crypto shit. It's going to give you hella wallets and everything. So look, I'm going to open up my version of Ganache so you can see that it ain't nothing to be tripping off. Download Ganache. So now I'm opening Ganache. And what Ganache is going to do is give me hella fake wallets. So look, it says Workplace Quick Start Ethereum. That's what you want to quick start Ethereum, right? Because Ethereum and Binance is the same thing. See, they gave me $100 worth of fake. Oh, you can't see this, huh? Damn. Let me make it so you can see this. I'm just making it so you can see Ganache right now. And bring the screen chapter above that one. Okay. So Ganache is this work environment that's going to turn your computer into, you got your own crypto blockchain on your computer. So you can see shit and do stuff before you operating in the real world. Look at this. They gave me 5 wallets and they put 100 ETH, fake ETH. It's not real ETH. It's ETH for your own fake blockchain so you can test things and do things. So look, I got 10 wallets that all got 100 test ETH in them. And my server for here is up here, ATP right here. That's the server, you copy it. So now I got my environment running where Remix can spawn up the coin. I go to Web3 provider, click OK, right? So now they're asking me which account. Look, when I click accounts, those accounts in my Ganache are showing up because it understands my environment. So let's look at this first account. It ends in DDC4. Let me go back to Ganache and see if I can find that account. So for some reason, yeah, that's why I got to get this right. Because it's showing me some old, first of all, Web3 provider. Okay. Now, I need this to show my local host. Oh, I got to remember. Is it injected Web3? It ain't injected Web3. So look, when I put injected Web3, it went to my MetaMask wallet. I don't want injected Web3. I want Web3 provider. And it's telling me to run remixes. I want to take this endpoint and provide that to this right now. But when I'm pulling up injected Web3, I want Web3 provider. It says it can't detect my network. Oh, wait a minute. I'm tripping because I got to change my wallet to my local host. There it is. I had to change. You have to change your wallet to mess with Ganache. So I just went to my MetaMask wallet And what I did was I'm connecting to a local host, or I'm trying to, but it's spinning. So now I'm gonna try this again and see if it connects. Can't detect network. Okay, damn. Well, I'm doing something wrong, but maybe let me add this local host network. So if y'all can see what I'm doing, let me show you. Right now, my MetaMask wallet is trying to connect to that local host, but I'm gonna say LOCAL, and I'm about to put this host in here and see if it. I shouldn't have to use a chain ID, should I? I see now I'm doing this wrong. I'm messing up. I'm falling off. Because I want to add my. Well, this is what I'm about to go do. I don't know what this is all about. Let me see. So I got localhost right here, right? But when I click it, it ain't connecting over here. So I'm getting slowed up, and I'm kind of getting discouraged too, because I ain't even tripping. Why is it? There's a step that I'm messing up who cares? At this point, I'm just like, whatever. Can't detect my network. Ganache. Automatic workplace quick start. All right, my network is different. That's why this says 7545, and the one I got on MetaMask is saying 8545. But I want to go look and see how they're not going to let me see how it's actually set up. See, this says 8545. I need to change it to 7545. But when I'm doing local network here, I'm wondering how do I can't remember how to get it in here. Who cares? MetaMask acting funky real quick. Hold on. Turn that off. Anyway, this is how you do it. I just ain't being successful, and I really don't even want to deploy this anyway, but I'm just about to do it for I'm about to try to do it for the video. So every time I click, oh, maybe that's because of this. I'm going to go back to the Binance Smart Chain, right? And then it's going to allow me, okay, cool. When I look at my network, there we go. Now I need to look and see what localhost says. So this is my localhost ID, and I'm about to change it right now. Even, I don't know where this chain ID 1337 came from. Maybe that's something I copied. Oh, yeah, I'm tripping, bruh. So my network ID is 5777. Okay, I'm about to do it. Watch this. 5777. 5777. And right here, I need to put this. Nope. It say 85 still. It's supposed to say 75. Why is it doing that? It ain't letting me change it. All right, so I got to make a new one. All right, that's cool. Add new network. At least I got it now. Ganache 2. Now, when I just be at home by I just be doing this by myself. 5777. So this is what happened. On my public blockchain on Ganache, they give you, oh, y'all can't see. Every time I do something, you can't see what I'm talking about. This is what happened. I had the settings from my old local blockchain on here. They just gave me new settings, which is my network ID right here and my RPC server right here. I didn't enter those into my MetaMask, and I'm about to do it now. And it says it could not fetch chain ID. Is my RPC URL correct? Nope, it's not. because my RPC URL is supposed to have a 7 in it, like I see in Ganache. So it should say 7545. Man, it's still saying something, but I'm about to try to go with this. Currency symbol ETA. Let me see. It's not going to let me, huh? Why is this? It says the RPC URL I enter returns a different chain ID. Please update the chain ID to match the RPC URL network you're trying to add. But when I go to my Ganache, it's telling me my network ID is 5757. Don't trip. I'm trying to deploy some shit. See what's the matter here. All right, I'm going to use the one they said and see what happened. So the chain ID is currently used by the local host. That's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to use a different one, 5777. All right, well, fuck him. I'm going to move on because I'm getting mad. Really, I can figure. No, I'm not. You know what I do? Frustration and stuff like that is silly. It's juvenile and it's not for people who are determined. I'm not frustrated, but I'm doing a video right now on YouTube where I wanted to do this quicker than it's allowed me to do it right now. It is giving me, man, this is weird. Maybe I need to start something different on Ganache. So right now, if I could deploy it, but it's using my real wallet, and I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm definitely not going to do that. But anyway, let me see, switch. Why is they doing that? See, the port number is, and it says the network ID, internal blockchain identifier. It's 75777. So they tripping. Oh well. Maybe that was my fault. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Do. Maybe I did the wrong thing. I'm going to injected web. It's taking me to injected web 3 every time. And this ain't logging on to that. So I'm done with that. I ain't about to do that. I'm damn near about to. You know what? I'm tripping. Hold on. I'm about to go. Man, check this out. Look, this is what we about to do. I'm going to YouTube to my partner. Oh, dang. Oh, it's 22 people watching. Shout out to y'all. It was a video that has all of this on there. Hella easy. Instead of, this dude, instead of wasting my time, I'm about to get to see where I'm messing up.
And at BNB Chrome, install MetaMask. So once you pin it, you're going to have it available here. Next up, this is the default workspace.
We got past
Let's call it Dan Fans. Yeah. If you want some Dan Fans, let me know in the comments. And now we compile the token.
So he compiled.
We're going to get 2 warnings Just 2 warnings. That's okay.
Forget the
Coin
warning.
supply, right now it's defaulted to heads up. So
this is the part
that's
we
in
it is
the
injected
live
Web 3.
environment
I'm messing
symbol.
up.
And that's all the coding. And now we compile the token. We're going to get 2 warnings. Just 2 warnings. That's okay. We can still run this code. Now we go to deploy, and we change the environment to injected Web 3.
That was my problem, dog. I was changing the environment not to injected Web 3. My dumb ass was changing the environment to the other environment. So let me see. Injected Web 3, custom RPC. When I try to go get on the local net, can I get on it? Connected to local net 8585. Where's Ganache at? This local network ain't my network no more. Because it says 75, and so that's the problem. Switch. Alright, cool. Look, let me see something. Alright, dude got me back on point.
That's going to open up MetaMask, and we'll be able to launch our token onto the Binance Smart Chain network. Now you can do all of this
See, I don't want to do that.
for free on the testnet, but we're doing it live. We're doing this live so you can see
See, this is why I'm trying to show you how to do it on the testnet, but he doing it live.
the issues you probably expect in a live environment. So I'm ready, and I'm going to hit deploy.
If I could
This
do,
brings
I
up
could do
Binance
this
Smart
live,
Chain,
that's
and
hella
it's going to
easy.
cost me 0.004 BNB
I
to
didn't wanna
launch this
deploy it
token.
live, so fuck it, we
BNB
can
is
deploy
trading
it
about
live.
$350. It's going to cost me $1.50 to create my own cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
Confirm. Creation of token pending.
So this is the deal. From where we was at, I was trying to deploy it on a test network. If I just go to Injected Web 3 and click right here, it's going to deploy this this contract we wrote to my wallet. All right, and then and so that's what it'll do. And so that's just how you do that. But again, you want to learn how to deploy it to Ganache so that any of the things that you're dealing with ain't really on the blockchain. So if I spin this up, this will really be on the blockchain called Hierophant. We obviously don't want that because I'm going to do that for real. And so, I mean, that's being done for real. Actually, now let's talk about it. Because I mean, we could go back and finish that. Hold on. Let's just do it. I'm about to make a token for somebody in the crowd, and then I'm going to send it to you. Watch. What's your name? I'm going to make Dahudi Mahat. I'll make 1,000 Dahudi Mahats right now. Somebody going to be like, don't make this. Hold on. Yeah, Dahudi. All right, I'm just going to take your name. Just for the DJ. That's a clean name. And plus it means Egypt, right? I mean, it means something in Egypt. So look, we're going to pre-mint 10,000 of these, right? I'll make it mintable so you can make some more later. I mean, like, now this is DJ H. I'm just doing this real quick, Glad. You don't even have to do nothing with this. It don't mean nothing. Matter of fact, I'm going to take another deity. I'm going to say Ptah. Ptah, PTH. We got 1,000 Ptah right here. Now we really about to deploy this, bro. And you're going to go look in your computer and you're going to be like, blood, that shit really on the blockchain. It's mintable, it's burnable. What's Flash mint? I don't even know. Built-in flash loans. Now we're not going to go that far. But that's the coin right there, Ptah, right? This is all the code you need for that coin. It's ridiculous. Look, open and remix again. Now we really gonna deploy it because I was trying to deploy it to the testnet and I was just tripping. So look now. So we're inside of the compiler now. We got the latest version. The language is Solidity. We got our constructor over here with the PTA token, and it's going to make 10,000 with 10 decimal places. I should have picked 0 decimal places, so let me go back. Can I change the decimal places? Maybe I could change it in the contract right here where it says times 10. I'm going to take that to a 0. And then let's just see if it deploys, bro. Who cares, bro? So I'm going to compile this code with 8.7 and Solidity. I'm click compile. Now we back onto it because dude put me back up on game. Allergies, this springtime got me like, gotta buy some Zycam. So it's compiling right now. And once it's finished compiling, we should see two warning messages. See, every time I'm compiling, it's telling me invalid input source specified. My input source, what are they talking about? I damn near want to put auto compile. Yeah, you feel me? How could my input source be? There we go. God. Shit, so I compiled it. I had to put it on auto compile for some reason. So now next we'll go to the deployer. And so inside the deployer, I'm going to deploy this to Injected Web 3, which is going to put this token in my wallet that we just made. It's called PTA, right? And the gas limit and the value, either the value to choose, I think 5 maybe. Oh no. This is, I'm going to leave this 0. Hold on. This is a gas price value. And since this is real, I'm about to see. It's on custom 56, so it's about to deploy it to the Binance Smart Chain. I'm about to, the only contract I got in here is not ownable. I got it, oh, y'all can't see this. So I'm dropping down to the contract called PTA. Now I'm clicking deploy. So now you see, y'all don't see, but my wallet just opened up. And it's asking me for a few cents to deploy a token called PTA. I just clicked to pay for this deployment. And so in a minute, we're going to go look on the internet, look on the Binance Smart Chain, and we should see 10,000 tokens called PTA for free. But let's see. Because I'm trying to see where we at right here. I click deploy, that's deployed contracts. Oh, it's pending. Okay, it just finished it. You see this down here? It just deployed a coin called PTA to the blockchain. And it's not even in my wallet yet. But let's go check this out on the Binance to see if we did that. So we're going to go to BFCSCAN and we're going to scan the blockchain to see if there's a coin called PTA. I know it's one because I just put it there. But in order to, now it's showing you right here, copy. I just copied the coin address that it just made and deployed to this blockchain. I'm going to paste it right here and see what comes up. Look, bow, on the blockchain, that motherfucking fast. PTA, motherfucker. PTA. So we just deployed the crypto for no money. Damn near, look, who deployed it? The Hierophant deployer. I probably shouldn't have did it from that wallet, but it don't, because, sometimes, see, that's what I'll be forgetting. But the Hierophant deployer just deployed a new coin called PTA. So what does this mean? Why is that for? It's blood. First of all, what I just showed you, you could charge a motherfucker from at least, if you charge it in the hundreds columns to do this, you tripping. I paid motherfuckers $50, $100,000s to make my coin. And now we down to technology where y'all see it's called Patah. Let me make it. This is the blockchain scanner. And just after I made this token, you can come see that it is on the blockchain. Now we're going to click Patah, and it's going to tell you everything that I just told you about it. Right now, the total supply of Patah is 0, and there is no holders. Why is the total supply of Patah 0? But probably because I haven't deployed any, I haven't minted any yet. And so this is how you're going to mint some. You're going to tell it to send them to your wallet. You go back to Remix, right? Since we already deployed it, we want to get some. So what I want to do here is, how do I get some? I go to, because I deployed them to the blockchain, but they didn't send them to my wallet. So let's see if they sent it to my wallet or not. And how you'll do this is, you're going to go copy the contract you just created, copy contract. Now I'm about to open up my MetaMask, and you should be able to see that because I'm going to extend the view of MetaMask. Expand view, right? So what I'm going to do is come to the bottom of MetaMask. Oh, no. On here, they're going to want me to go to import, what? Settings, right? And not never. I want to put a new coin in here. The way you put a new coin is normally you simply scroll to the bottom of the coin page. Down here you'll see add new coin, but it's not showing that in the expanded wallet. So I'm going to unexpand it, and I still don't see that. Oh, that's why. Expanded view. This is good though, so don't hate. Expanded view. Look, you get to the bottom of this, you see import tokens, right? Now you taking the contract you just made, and you look, the wallet already know what the token is called because it read it on the blockchain. Now I'm adding the custom token, and to see I have 0 Patah in my wallet. But I'm going to import that, and you see my wallet has 0 Patah. Any of y'all right now could take this code and put it in your wallet, and you're going to have 0 Patah too. So what we're trying to do now is get the Patah tokens back to our wallets to send to your wallet. And the way you do that is over here somewhere, but there you go. So you open up the coin you created, right? And these are all the things that you said you can do with it. It can be minted, so I can mint some right now. And I don't think it says it's 10,000 pre-minted, but you know what? When I put the 0 right here, remember when I changed the code and put a 0 right there? That might have this. Who cares though? I'm gonna burn all of this token by the end of this video to show you how it works. But right now, what we want to do is transfer the Patah from the contract to your wallet. So you go get your wallet address, you copy that, and you come to transfer, or you can come to send. Approve means you'll have to come and get it yourself. Burn is going to burn them all. Burn from burns it at a different location. Decrease allowance means that certain people can only get a little amount, but you can use all of these commands to tell certain wallets what they're allowed. So what I'm just going to do, the easy one, I'm going to go transfer. And I'm going to put my, you know what? Address to, and then you put the unit amount. So I'm going to put the address right here. Then I'm going to put a comma and 10,000. All right, now then I'm going to click. Then I'm going to click this transfer button right here. Look. So I click transfer. It says gas estimation error with the following message. The transaction executed will likely fail because I didn't have, they're saying something about gas fees. So let me say cancel transaction. Let me go back and put a value of 5 on the gas fee and see if that makes a difference or what's going on. Transfer, I put the wallet, I put a comma, I put 10,000. Gas estimation error with the following message: the transaction will likely fail. Cancel transaction. So they say my gas estimation errored with the following message. See below. It says code negative 3,200. 32,000. What are they talking about right there, bro? I'm just upping my gas fee to see if that's the problem. Because what I'm going to say send transaction and see what happens. Shit. So my wallet just opened up, and I want y'all to see this because I'm going to expand my wallet to the expandable view if they allow me to. First I gotta do this like this. Expand the wallet so people can see. All right, now you can see the wallet, right? So what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna go to here, click transfer, send transaction, and you can't see the wallet because even though I expanded the wallet, so it says send Pata unapproved. Okay, cool. So let me try to make that happen. So I'm approving this now, and we'll see what happens. It said the transaction might fail, but we're going to see if it's going to send these tokens. It says failed. See, I say failed. And they're telling me because of the gas or whatever that I'm trying to send some Pata to my wallet, but it's failing. Whatever. I could just go back to do a video and see how he do it again.
Pull your contract, hit the drop down there, and then we're going to transfer tokens into our own wallet. It could be pretty much any amount. We're going to paste our address. Pretty much the coins are just sitting out there and we have to claim them. And I put in my address, comma, space 1.
I didn't put a space. Did I not put a space after the comma, and that's the problem, bro? No, I did put a space. Look. So yeah, I put a space. So let's see what happens when he transfers them.
It could be 1, 10, a million, whatever I want. I'm just going to put 1 just to get the ball rolling. So I'm going to hit transfer and then transact.
Hold on, that's what I didn't see. Oh, he's losing the older version. I got here.
It's going to bring up MetaMask, and there is another gas fee of 167. All right, another 50 cents, something like that, and hit confirm. So now we're going to go into BSC scan from the homepage here, just so you can see everything. I'm going to paste in my Binance Smart Chain address.
I did all of this.
Okay, it took like 1 minute, so that's not a crazy amount of time. I just had to refresh it a couple times. And then if we look here, I have my 1 million Dan fans. So I just needed to...
So basically, I'm having a problem getting the coin out. And I think I know because I messed up when I put the 0 right here. Trust me. Because when I looked on the blockchain, you know what's happening? I'm going to tell you what's happening. Go look at Pata token on the blockchain. The total supply is 0. So I'm trying to... When I put that 0 there, remember? So if the total supply is 0... It says 1 transfer. When was it transferred to where? Because it's not even no supply. Anyway, we got pretty far on that, and I'm just trying to figure out why when I try to pull it off of the block.
So I'm gonna copy my address to the clipboard. Do not lose any of this information yet because you still need it. So this shows up after you deploy your contract. Hit the drop down there, and then we're going to transfer tokens into our own wallet.
Man, that's what I just was trying to do, bro. So then we're going to transfer tokens. Maybe I got to change the way my voice sounds. So then we're going to transfer tokens into our own wallet. Okay, and oh, that's too many tokens because you don't have that many. Now I click transfer, and I'm getting an error message. Gas estimation errored with the following message. The transaction execution will likely fail. Do you want to force sending? We're having a JSON code 3 message. Execution reverted. ERC20 transfer amount exceeded balance. Oh, that's all it is. The transfer amount exceeds my balance. So basically, I just don't got enough. Oh, they say it exceeds my whole balance. They're not talking about my balance. They saying the transfer amount exceeds the balance of the coins that are already. Oh, shout out to the Black Raven. Must be enjoying the information. But I appreciate that, Black Raven. Let me see. So now, basically, they're telling me the transfer amount exceeds the balance. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So that's not hard. I've done this plenty of times. I just ain't acting like I'm not an expert at nothing. But I actually learned this after. Paying another person to do really big things. And don't get it twisted. You often want to get into business relationships with really good people. And I can show you who I have building. So just so you know, this is our website, hieroglyphics.com. And we're running a whole bunch of stuff out of there, particularly our NFT projects that we're bringing to you. Right here, you can see our NFTs as well as the DAO we're building. But I want to give a little bit of information because I've been telling you some of the people I'm working with to manifest this DAO. But really, it is because I hooked up with this team is because we're trying to do the same thing with cryptocurrency. And so if you look at musictrust.io, it's a company you probably never heard of because they're launching right now just like us, but they should be pretty big. And musictrust.io, built for music lovers, investors, fans, and creators. Musictrust.io brings decentralized finance to the music industry. But what is HieroCoin DAO supposed to do? Bring decentralized finance to the music industry. And so instead of fighting with these people, we simply just say, you know what, we're trying to do the same things. Let's just partner up and start working together. And so some of their owners at Music Trust and Sound Trader and Elemental Crystals are actually some of our developers for what we're doing at Hiero VR. It says, providing a launch pad for the first music copyright-backed NFTs, as well as DeFi crypto-backed loans that will change how artists access the funding they need. If you wish to invest in the artistic music, simply purchase a song NFT, hold it, and collect royalties. Now, is that crazy? So the owner, I met the owner of this company when, and so he actually owns a lot of the new things that are about to help come into the music space to help change things. Here's another really good website called Song Trader NFT, spawned by the same developers, but you see it hasn't launched yet. So I'm showing you shit like Sound Exchange, SoundCloud, and all of these platforms that everybody know right now. I'm showing you the ones that's gonna be popping in the future, and trust that these are not any feeble little companies, bro. These dudes got money, lots of it, and their intent they have the same intent I have, is to merge the music space with the crypto space. So I just showed you two of their websites. I can show you more Mixify. They actually built the blockchain Spotify. And so Mixify, again, is Spotify on the blockchain. But a lot of this stuff is new. And so really, I think people going to start getting their content up here just as soon as they can. Like you see, he got a few albums from a few artists up here as new releases. But eventually, Spotify on the blockchain, where you're getting paid in crypto, is going to be killing stuff. So, and then the last one was Elemental Crystals. These are all not our developers. elementalcrystals.io is going to be a really good crypto NFT game. Every website I showed you is public, but it is not launched yet. These are opportunities if people don't understand how they go. Because this game is going to launch with only 50 characters. If you don't own a character, you have to get two people who own characters to make their characters to spawn you a new character. So look, I don't want to mess it up. Users can play Elemental Crystals when they own a BSC character token. Only 10,000 generated characters, 5,000 male and 5,000 female. When he told me the idea originally, he was on 25 each, but he raised it up to 5,000 males and 5,000 females will be released during the initial token sale to the public. Players can breed these characters to create new characters, which in turn can be developed or sold to new players. So the new players who come into this game ain't going to be able to even get a character unless they buy them off of the people who was up on the game before it even happened. And it's, come on, dude, this is genius. I was like, damn, dude, you got a dope-ass idea. You could respawn that idea over and do like Ancestry and all kind of shit. Like, you know, the first man NFT and the first woman NFT. And if those people breed, they have like 5 NFTs that are their offspring. You feel me? And what have you. So, I mean, this is just elemental crystal. But lastly, I'll show if anybody is trying to go the direction we're going, they also own, and this is who's doing our build, Crypto DAO Ninjas. Okay? So just so people know, this is who's building our DAO. Crypto DAO Ninjas, my man Harshal. And so really every company I just showed you, they're all intertwined companies. And this company that's building our DAO is really good. We should have, I mean, you can just look at their, so look, they'll give you a DAO, not like what I'm doing. You can buy their generic DAO. This is something my man built and it got $70 million in 1 month, bro. Okay? So even when I'm dealing with people like this, I ain't saying they get more respect or nothing. Respect don't got nothing to do with that. But when you got people who they ain't even tripping, they generate $70 million in 1 month. My man live in Dubai from the Ukraine. You feel me? I'm not even really tripping too much. We are on the way. But I'm showing other people how to get on the way too. Because I ain't never been that type. I noticed in the hood, black people never wanted to tell you how they was getting their money. And so because of this, it'll be one dude riding around with hella money while people on the same street broke. I hated that about the hood. And every time I learned to hustle, I talked about it hella much, and people used to stop liking me for that. But they was just stupid crabs in a barrel that was dumb. No one else following what we doing is going to hurt us. It's going to help us. That's why when I met my man, he was so embracing that I had the same ideas as him, and was like, yo, we going to just do this shit together. So all these websites that I'm showing y'all that are future comings, they're right along the lines with what we're doing with hieroglyphics or DAO, which is just basically putting together an organization that says who gets the funding. And so what we've been doing, and again, the last one I showed you was Crypto DAO Ninjas. You're never going to hear about a website like that or none of the sites I told you until they're out. The reason why is because they just do what they do. I got a custom build, so they put, I probably had to pay them like $5,000 to pull off the final builds of this DAO. But I'm just going to show you, like it says, buy now. Look, they'll provide you with the source code for your DAO for $2,500. And what I need is a white label solution, 5 racks. But I'm just showing y'all everything that, like, look, bro, transparency is key, right? If you contacted the Crypto DAO Ninjas and talked about the build of HieroCoin DAO, they're going to tell you all about it. Look right here. What did I say? My man live in Dubai. Golden Mile, Road 10, the Palm Jumeirah, Dubai, Arab Emirate. Okay? So when I say Dubai skyscraper about to buy 25 acres, never violate us, you die or be in hiatus, I mean it. People just be thinking you be making raps up. But boy, you got them foreign dignitaries on call. And we just showing this. Alright? And so I'm just giving my man plug, and I told him I would bring light to everything he's doing as well. So I really don't want to talk much more about this space. I'm going to go handle some business, and I probably will get back online when I can. Oh, you know what? My team got a game coming up. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But this game I got coming up, I need to get my settings right. So I'm about to go and see we play Orlando in about at 11, which is about 15 minutes. And so I want to put this offense in. All right, but so I'm going to let y'all go. And I hope we found some jewels in this video to work from. I'm particularly I want to thank the Black Raven for the contribution. It always matters. And just in closing, I'm going to say, disseminating information about economics, we should focus on that. We should pride ourselves on that, and we should really, really, really change the way that we communicate when it comes to discussing how we feed our families or make our income. You don't want to tell all your business, but there is certain things that you can put out there that won't affect your pockets that will help other people. I'm pretty sure somebody's found a jewel in this video. And if not, someone in the future will. And so I'm going to step away for a moment, but I got some free time on Monday. We're working. And look, anybody who want to help contribute, you can get in on one of the crypto projects we got going. We're not even selling these NFTs yet. You can get them by being on the white list. We're trying to fill up this white list so the demand for the NFTs be going, so that when other people want them, the value is there. And so you can join our Discord at hieroglyphics.com. Check that out. But I'm about to end this stream, and I'll be back later.